to, whether consciously or subconsciously, utter those holy places, the holy names, so that we purify ourselves. If we do it consciously, then it will be even more purifying. And if you do it subconsciously, not unconsciously, subconsciously, when you do it, it will definitely have the benefit. Just as people say, I mean, acharyas say that when you touch fire, whether you touch it knowingly or unknowingly, you still get burnt, right? Similarly, taking the names of the Lord, holy names of the Lord, his places and his pastimes, whether knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or subconsciously, is still purifying. And that's why these bhajans have been created, so that we, in the form of the melody and the nice tune that these bhajans have to offer, when we sing and relish these bhajans, then we're actually purifying our existence. Then comes Kalindi Giri Govardhana. Giri Govardhana, we know it's the expansion of Lord Krishna himself. However, Giri Govardhana is also considered as devotee of Lord Krishna. So Krishna is Achintya Bheda Bheda. It's simultaneously one and different. So it is, Krishna is inconceivable. Achintya meaning inconceivable. We cannot understand his pastimes, how he can expand himself into so many things. He is the Lord of everything. He is present in everything. At the same time, is aloof from everything. So that concept we have to understand about Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He exists everywhere. At the same time, he's away from everything. Here is expanding as Giri Govardhan, who is Lord Krishna's expansion himself. Even now, when we go to Vrindavan, Brajamandal, and when we go to Giri Govardhan, there is the entire parikrama that people do around Giri Govardhan, several kilometers. I don't remember exactly. Several kilometers that Giri Govardhan has. And people say that even a rock from there should not be picked out without the permission of the Brajavasis there. And that's so much is the potent of that place, that just by bowing down at the feet of, or the ground of Govardhan, is very pious and purifying. Then Kalindi Jamuna Jaya, Jaya Mahavana. Kalindi Jamuna is the Yamuna river. So when Krishna wanted to come to this material planet, he wanted Radharani also to come along with him, because she's his most dearest devotee, the topmost devotee of Lord Krishna. So when he asked Radharani, are you also going with me to come to the material planets? She said, oh, I cannot come there until and unless there is Giri Govardhan, there is Yamuna, and there is Rajaraj. Rajaraj meaning the dust of the Vrindavan, or the Gokul Dham that exists in the spiritual world. So Krishna says, no problem, we'll manifest all of them here. So the Yamuna river, the Govardhan hill, little Govardhan hill, the Govardhan hill, not little, the Govardhan hill, and the dust of Vrindavan, all that is actually an expansion of what really exists in the spiritual world. So if we go to Vrindavan or to Rajamandal, we're actually getting associated with the spiritual aspect of excess of the creation in the spiritual world. So that is another benefit of going there, or even of thinking about those places. Then Keshi Ghata is that bank on the Yamuna where he killed the demon Keshi, which is a donkey demon. Bhamsi Bhatta. Bhamsi Bhatta is again where there is a place where Krishna, he plays his flute. That Bhamsi Bhatta is actually a tree there now. 2 years ago when we went to Vrindavan for Brajamandal Parikrama, there's a huge tree there, and people say that when you put your ear to the tree, different people hear different type of. Some people hear mridanga being played. Some people hear the flute of Krishna being played, because that is the place where Krishna performed his pastimes, enjoyed all the pastimes with gopis and gopas. So there's still a tree called Bhamsi Bhatta there. And then Dwadasha Kanana. As I said, there are 12 forests. Dwadasha means 12, Kanana means forests. These are the 12 forests. I will send the list of the forests. I don't remember the name of all the forests. It's good to know and remember. So there are Talwan, Mahavan, then Nidhivan, then there is Vrindavan, and there is Mahavan, and there is other seven ones I don't remember. So each of these forests is dedicated to certain pastimes of the Lord. So Dwadasha Kanana. Then Jaha Sabha Leela Koilo Sri Nanda Nandana. This is where Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, performed all his pastimes. Are you all bored when I'm telling all this? Should we go straight to the bhajan, or should we just briefly discuss these lines?
Discuss.
We like it. We like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to listen. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Next one is Srinanda Jashoda Jaya. Again here it's praising. Jaya means glories or hail to. So here they're saying Srinanda Jashoda Jaya, meaning to the Nanda Maharaj, who is the father of Lord Krishna, and Yashoda Maya. So they are glorifying them too. And Jaya Gopa Gana, meaning the group of all the Gopas that played with Lord Krishna. Sri Damadi Jaya Jaya Denu Vatsa Gana. Sridhamadi meaning Sridham is one of the Gopa, I think. Is that right, Revati Mataji? Or is it the name of the place? I have to. Can you go to the translation? Can we go to what do you call KK songs? Yeah, let's see what is there for Sridhamadi Jaya Jaya.
It's a Dham, Mataji.
Sridhamadi. Okay.
Yeah.
Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna.
All glories to the cowherd boys headed by Sridhama.
Sridhama is a boy actually. It's one of the
Yeah.
cowherd boy. And then Gopagana is the cowherd group of boys. So all glories to Krishna's divine father, Mother Nanda and Yashoda. All glories to the cowherd boys is headed by Sridhama, the older brother of Srimati Radharani and Ananga Manjari. All glories to the cows and calves of Raja. So whenever we say Jaya, it's actually all glories. So it is for the Gopas, the gopis, the mother, father, whatever possible, always anything connected with Krishna, if you glorify. In fact, Krishna will be more happy when we glorify things that are connected to him than him directly, right? So his devotees or the places where he performed his pastimes or his best friends or his parents or the cows that he loved, the peacocks, the birds that he placed. So if we glorify them, then Krishna will be even more pleased. And that's the purpose of all these bhajans, where acharyas have written these beautiful bhajans, glorifying things that Krishna loves, and Krishna would be happy when we do that. Next, can you scroll up, Sushma? Okay. Then Jaya Vrishabhanu. We all know Vrishabhanu. Vrishabhanu is the father of Mother Radharani. And Jaya Kirtada Sundari is the mother of Radharani. Jaya Paurnamashi, Jaya Abhira Nadari. Who is Paurnamashi? She is actually an incarnation of Yogamaya or something. Can you come down? And she's related to Radharani as, can you go look at the 5th verse? The mother of Sandipani Muni, grandmother of Madhumangala and Nandamukhi, and beloved disciple of Devarshi Narada. So here the relation of Paurnamasi to the pastimes here is, she is the mother of Sandipani Muni, who is none other than the guru of Lord Krishna when he appeared in Dwapar Yuga. Okay, Madhumangala is one of the friends of Krishna with whom he played pastime. He performed so many pastimes. Madhumangala is popular that he eats a lot of laddus when they go out on vacation and picnics. Madhumangala is the one who is always, because he's the son of a Brahmana or an Acharya, right? He's a Brahmana son, Guru's son, and he's portrayed as eating a lot of laddus and all. And beloved disciple of Devarshi Narada, all glories to the young cowherd maidens of Raja. That is, which was that? Jaya Abhira Nagari. Okay. Next. Jaya Jaya Gopishwara. Gopishwara is one of the Lord Shiva's expansion. In any of the temples or any of the kshetras in Vrindavan or in the Brajamandal, there is always a Shiva temple in the premise of the temple where Lord Krishna is there. And this popular temple called Gopishwara temple is the temple where Lord Shiva wanted to enter into the pastime of what you call the dancing of gopis with Krishna, Rasa Leela. Right? He wanted to enter the pastime of Rasa Leela, and he could not enter, and therefore he transformed himself as a gopi. Therefore, it's called Gopishwara. So we are also glorifying Gopishwara. Vrindavana Maja. What is Maja here? All glories to Gopishwara Shiva, who resides in order to protect the holy Dhamma. And then that means who protects the holy Dhamma. Jaya Jaya Krishna Saka Batu Dvija Raja. All glories always Krishna's funny Brahmana friend Madhumangala. See, Brahmana Madhumangala was none other than the son of Sandipan Muni, or the grandson of Paurnamasi. So glorifying them also. Then Jaya Rama Ghata, Jaya Rohini Nandana. There's another ghat on the bank of river Yamuna. It's called Rama Ghat, which is actually referring to Balrama. Balrama Ghat. Balrama, once when in one of the pastimes, he drags Yamuna river towards the banks of where he was sitting. So there's a pastime associated to it. Therefore, it's called as Rama Ghat. And Jaya Rohini Nandana. You all know that the mother of Balram was Rohini. And Jaya Jaya Vrindavana, Basi Jata Jana. What is Basi Jata Jana? All glories to all glories to Lord Balram, son of Rohin, all glories to all the residents of Vrindavana. Vasi Jata Jana. So all the Jana of Vrindavana Vasis. Or all glories to the Vrindavana Vasis. Jaya Dvija Patni. So there is one pastime where there were Brahmanas who were performing so many austerities and doing so many fire sacrifices to please the Lord. However, their wives were even more attracted to Lord Krishna and knew Lord Krishna more than the Brahmanas. The Brahmanas were doing more of rituals, whereas the wives of the Brahmanas were actually more spiritual. So once to prove the spirituality and the elevated position of the Brahmanas' wives, who actually did not perform any rituals, but consciously they were so much loving to Krishna, Krishna performs this pastime where he sends some of the Gopas to the Brahmanas where they were conducting all the sacrifices, saying that Krishna and Balram are hungry, can you give some prasadam or some food for them to eat? Then the Brahmanas say, no, this food cannot be touched until the sacrifice is performed, it's completed. So the Gopas come back to Krishna. Now Krishna says, now go to the Brahmanas' wives and ask them for food. So when the Gopas go to Brahmanas' wives and say, Krishna is hungry and he wants some of the food that has been already made, then the Brahmanas' wives, without even having a second thought, they gave it to Lord Krishna because they loved him so much. That was out of pure love for them. So they did not know that he was real God, because they were not really thinking that he's God, and that's why they gave. But out of pure love, when they gave the prasadam, it was actually given to Supreme Personality of Godhead. So based on this pastime, here it proves that Krishna, the Brahmanas were the Brahmanas' wives were most elevated. And the next one is Naga Kanya Gana. You know this pastime of where Kaliya was killed or Kaliya was not killed, Kaliya was subdued by Krishna's dancing on the hood of Kaliya, right? When Kaliya spills out of all his poison. And then the Naga Kanyas, or the wives of Kaliya, come and ask for what you call forgiveness from Lord Krishna. So here, the wives of Brahmanas and the wives of Kaliya are being glorified because they were greater devotees. And that's why they're being referred here. And Jaya Jaya Rasa Leela Sarva Manorama. Rasa Leela is actually more very attractive and very captivating to all the people who listen to the pastime of the Rasa Leela. That's why that's also included here. Jaya Jayojwala Rasa Sarva Rasa Sara Parakiya Bhave Jaha Brajate Prachara. So 10th one, all glories, the mellow of conjugal love, which is the most excellent of all rasas, and is propagated in Braja by Sri Krishna in the form of the divine Parakiya Bhava, which is paramour love. So the relationship between the gopis and Krishna is so pure. It is unlike the mundane love that we see and experience, or we think it is. It is much, 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 much beyond the mundane love. It is totally unconditional, or what you call expecting anything in return. It is a pure love. So the expression of pure love is that relationship between gopis and Lord Krishna, and that is exhibited in the groves of Vrindavan, and that's what is being glorified here. Then Sri Janava Pada Padma Kuriya Smarana Dina Krishna Dasa Kohe Name Sankirtana. Remembering the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda's consort, Sri Janava Devi, this very fallen and lowly servant of Krishna, sings the Sankirtana of the holy name. So the Acharya who wrote this beautiful bhajan, he is now remembering finally the concert of Lord Balrama, who is what is her name? Jahnavi Devi. And then he's saying, I'm a very fallen person. And for me, the only rescue or the only abode or the only shelter is singing the glories of the Lord's names, his pastimes, his places, and all the people that are associated with him and the holy names. That's what the Acharya is saying. So that's how this song goes. It's good to know the meaning so that we also contemplate on the meaning while we are singing, so that adds more benefit to the act that we are doing, that is the act of seeking. So now let's go and do this bhajan. It has two tunes again, just like what is that? Nandanandanashtakam. It had a lower tone and higher tone. This is also having, there are several tunes that you can sing this song, but I chose the one that is uploaded in the YouTube. You can of course sing many tunes, but this tune is the one that we will be practicing. So there's two difference. All even numbers go one tune, all odd numbers go one tune. So Let's remember that and try to first, today we'll practice only 1 and 2. And then after we practice 1 and 2 and then get a hang of the tune and the wordings, then we will move on to the other ones during the next 2 weeks. So please be careful about the pronunciation of the words and also how you spread across that line across the limited length of that tune that we sing. So the first line goes like this, or the first set of 2 lines goes like this. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavana Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Okay, one important thing that when I was teaching the little kids, they noticed is all the words to the end will have a to the end. Here it's Vrindavan, but we'll sing it as Vrindavana. Mohana, Govardhana, Mahavana, Kanana, Nandana. So that thing we have, that is purely to fill the melody that we are singing, the tune that we are singing. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavana Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohana. One reward of learning this song with the right tune and the right mood is you will have tearful eyes when you sing this song. And that is a reward in spiritual world, because when you are able to bring yourself into a mood where tears roll out of your eyes just because you have experienced some bliss out of singing a song, then that is actually a huge reward. So I mean, when I sing this song, I experience that. So it happens to me because of the melody. It's nothing that I'm great or I'm a great devotee. I'm not trying to say that, but the song itself is so potent, and the melody that I chose to sing itself is so potent that combined together, when we sing, it automatically drowns us in bliss. So this is a very beautiful bhajan. Actually, in fact, my most favorite bhajan among all the bhajans. Not to put down any other bhajans, doesn't mean that, but I just wanted to tell that the experience that I get, especially since I had visited Vrindavan, and when I'm singing the Vrajamandal, not just Vrindavan, and when I sing this song, and when I remember those places that I had gone based on whatever I'm singing, then it becomes even more, as you say, right, there's a 2D effect, 3D effect, and a 4D effect. So this gives a multiple dimensional effect for me. So I just keep in mind and try to sing in that mood so that you all also experience. And all that comes only with desire, you know. See, the desires sprout in our heart only when we hear about it. If we are not knowledgeable about what exists out there, we wouldn't even know or desire for anything that's out there. But when we hear about things, when we know about things, that's when our desires form and shape, right? For example, if we didn't know that most of us are immigrants from India, correct? We were not born here, at least I'm assuming. But if we didn't know about a country called USA or some part of the world called USA, we wouldn't have come here. But since we knew about it and we knew about the opportunities that are here and we had a desire to come here, we landed here and we ended here. Similarly, whatever we want to happen in our future is all based, is going to be taking shape based on our desires. So it's very important that whatever knowledge we are seeking should be the right knowledge so that our desires are shaped based on that knowledge. That's why association is very powerful, because most of the times our knowledge comes through the association that we have, company that we keep. So the people whom we talk, the activities that we do, even the internet does. Internet is also an association. With what are we associating? With whom are we associating on the net or on the social media? That all determines what type of desires eventually shape in our heart. So it is not directly, oh, you cannot tell directly just because I saw it. Eventually the desires are going to come based on what we are associating with. So then now we'll move on to the next one. Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavana. Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavana. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna. Jaya Vrindavana. Shri Govinda Gopinatha. Madana Mohana. Shama Kunda Radha Kunda. Giri Govardhana. Kalindi Jamuna Jaya. Jaya Mahavana. That's how those lines go. And then next line goes, Keshi Ghata Bamsi Bata Dwadasha Kanana Chahasa Balila Koilo Shri Nanda Nandana Shri Nanda Jashoda Jaya Jaya Gopagana Shri Damadi Jaya Jaya Denuvatsagana. So that's how it goes, alternate low and high. It's similar tunes with all the even number and similar for all the odd number. So I recommend first try the first two sets of 2 lines and try to sing the way it is there on the YouTube link. It's already there up on YouTube. I'll share it in the group too. Listen, listen, listen. The more you listen, the more you get the melody. And once you get the melody, you are glued to it. That is guaranteed. So if you don't want to be glued, if you don't want to experience a spiritual bliss, I'm cautioning you, don't learn this bhajan. But if you want to experience, yes, this is the thing to do. Okay. So with that note, I want to stop. If you have any questions, we can take now. Okay. So we'll meet again regular on a Friday evening. Last Friday was exception, but otherwise we'll always meet on alternate Fridays. So if one of you can send the dates of all the alternate Fridays and put it in the description of the WhatsApp group so that people don't get confused. And one of you please send, I think Gayatri was going to send the reminders, but she wasn't well today. So she will take care of sending the reminders. But one of you please make the list of dates which are going for these class, right? So that we can put in the description. Anyone who's confused or who's not sure if this Friday is the class or not, they can just go to the description and look at the date. Till the end of the, until probably till June, what? Another 3 months. Just put for the next 3 months and then we'll see. Okay. Thank you all for joining and have a wonderful time learning the bhajan. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
Many of the participants are absent today, so they asked me to have the recording. So I might post the recording from when we started this bhajan, today's bhajan, the last 20 minutes up in the YouTube, if you all are okay with it. If not, I will share it one-on-one with them.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you all. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you,
Hare
Aruna. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.